I spend time with God by listening to His Word on UCB radio and by worshipping Him through worship music, sing-alongs in the car.
To spend time with God, every night we read Bible stories and we tell each other what God done in each people's lives. And we pray.
One of the ways I like to spend time with God is when I'm out running. I often run first thing in the morning, so I'm feeling fresh. Sometimes the sun is rising, and when the weather is nice, it's a really great time to be out in nature and spending time with God. Sometimes I'll listen to worship music, or I might listen to a Christian podcast or catch up with Woody online. But sometimes I won't have anything other than just spending time listening to God or praying about what's going to go on that day or things that are going on in Woody or other stuff that I want to pray about. And I just like the fact there's no distractions around. I'm outside in the fresh air and can just concentrate on God.
Yo, so my time with Jesus looks kind of different every day, but always has three things. Number 1, Bible. Number 2, journal. And number 3, my snazzy Pac-Man cup, which holds a coffee in it.
The way I like spending time with God is usually sitting on my bed in the evenings, putting on some worship music and reading my Bible, and I love to highlight and underline my favourite parts that I've just read. I also like listening to worship music on the way to and from school, as it's a really good alone time for me to spend with God.
The Bible reading, I've tried several times doing Bible in 1 year, just with reading plans, and it didn't really work. What did work for me was using this, Nicky Gumbel's Bible in 1 year. I started it at the beginning of 2022, but it actually took me 14 months, so I finished it at the end of February. Since then, I felt a bit lost without it, because that was really good. But I'm trying using David Corson's Unlocking the Bible, which has a different approach. I think you just need to find an approach that works for you, and it may change over time. Regarding praying, I try and do that in conjunction with my Bible reading, but I'm also a big advocate for just praying as part of your life. So dog walking is a big time for me to pray, or washing up, or other housework stuff. The main thing is just have God as part of your day, rather than just trying to slot him into a small section of it.
I like to read God and me, to play Bible up.
When I'm spending time with God, I kind of take a pick and mix approach. There are so many great resources out there, so I like to try and use as many of them as I can. One of them just being nature. Sometimes I might take a walk and just have some time chatting to God while I'm on the walk. I might find a bench to stop at. Other times I might use apps on my phone. So there's a Bible app that I use, and you can get plans on there for reading plans. They do kind of structured prayer for the day, and other things that I use would include things like Lectio as well. So there's so many different great resources out there, and I'd really encourage people to try and find the resources that work for them, try them all, see what works, and spend some time with God.